For the hamstrings, you can start off with a basic hamstring stretch. Bottom leg stays straight and flat. And all I'm doing is pulling my leg up high, keeping this bottom leg down and straight. You can hold for about 10 seconds and switch to the other leg. You can also go to the side a bit, the middle, and then to the outside to get different portions of your hamstring. Another option would be leg lowers. One of the reasons those hamstrings get tight is poor core control. So this next exercise incorporates some core control. You'll stretch on this leg, and you're bringing this leg up to meet the other leg. If you can't meet that other leg at the top, come back a bit until you can. You can also do this without leg support as well. Legs stay nice and straight. You can also work on your hip hinge to get a hamstring stretch. This was already demonstrated in the hip hinge video progression. So I'm getting 3 points of contact, one at the top of my bum, one at my mid-spine, and then one at the back of my head. I'm going to slight bend in the knees and work on rocking your bum back without losing any of those 3 points of contact. If you don't have a bar, you can clasp your hands together, point your index fingers together, and do the same thing. Okay? Another option would be toe touch variations. Okay? If you need to bend your knees to touch your toes, that's fine. From here, you can straighten out to get a further hamstring stretch. Okay? A progression from that would be to do that same toe touch, sink down into a deep squat, push your knees out with your elbows. That'll get a groin stretch as well. From here, you can stand up and repeat. Or you can add an arm reach to get some mobility through your mid-back and chest. Nice exhale at the end. And then you can stand up from there or do an overhead squat if you can. So that's obviously a lot more than just hamstrings. You can also work on your single leg hip hinge or single leg deadlift. Slight bend in the knees. Reach back with that back leg and reach forward with those hands. Nice and long. And you should get a good stretch in your hamstrings. Again, making sure you don't roll your hips over. Your hips should be nice and square. From there, you can also add a bit of a quad stretch as well. So I'm going to grab this foot, keep that heel close to the bum with that hip extended. Same thing, slight bend in the knee, reach down, try to touch the floor with your hands. So I'm getting a nice stretch here as well as my quadriceps. Making sure this knee does not cave in. Finally, we have a boulder squat. Hip hinge. And I'm going to reach my opposite arm across to get a bit more of the lateral hamstrings out here, which are commonly the tighter portions of the hamstrings for people.